Okay, this is a PD for teachers in planning. We're focusing on TEK 3.4a. It's a readiness standard. That's why I put an R here. So the TEK says to solve with fluency one-step and two-step problems involving addition and subtraction within 1,000 using strategies based on place value, properties of operation, and the relationship between addition and subtraction. So first of all, in this TEK, I would like to highlight some of the vocabulary that we will need to address with the students. So first of all, I would underline solve, one step and then two step. They need to be able to use addition and subtraction based on place value, strategies using place value, properties of operation, and relationship between addition and subtraction. So right here, so what are some of the vocabularies that we need to address with the student? Right from the TEK, they don't have to see the TEK as is. You put it in a child-friendly language, but they will need to know how to solve. We'll use place value. We're going to use and properties of operation like commutative properties, associative properties. We'll use sum. What does sum mean again? The student should be able to tell you addition. And we have addition, subtraction, and right here, another vocabulary I would add, it would be the relationship between addition and subtraction. That would be inverse operation. So right here, in doing this, because this is a TEK that picks up of like vertically aligned to end of second grade, so we'll discuss things like the place value, since I'm going to model using place value on a problem solving board that I would have introduced to the students from beginning of the school year, would have been working on that. They would already know how to use the problem solving board. So I just aligned a problem. This is a problem that is an addition problem, and we're going to use the place value. By the way, you need to check with the students to make sure they know how many digits are in a period. They should be able to tell you 3 digits. Then I would use the place value chart to review just the first 3 digits are the ones, the units period is the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. So 3 digits make 1 period, and then you clarify some things. Why do you think they have a comma here? And students should be able to tell you is to separate the periods, like the units periods from the thousands period. So right now I'm going to read a problem that aligns with this TEK. It says Addison started with $87 in her bank account. She put $213 into her account last week and another $137 this week. What is the total amount of money Addison now has in her bank? So first of all, in the problem solving board, the first thing is to pull out the facts, like the data from the problem. Started with $87, and then she put last week, so I would just put last week. I'll put $213, and then $137 this week. So this week, $137. So as you can see, there are 3 sets of data, and usually I tell students, as you're solving, be mindful of the data from the problem, because they didn't put it there for just decoration. You're actually supposed to probably do something with it. Nobody's tricking you, you know. I talked to them about that. And then here the question is just the student rephrasing the question the way they understand it. And the question says, what is the total amount Addison now has in her bank account? So I will talk to the student, what does that mean to you? And then you have, of course, different ideas, but they'll rephrase it and put it in their own words. I've kind of tweaked the problem solving board for the 3rd grade to kind of remind them to put it, they can put it in their own words. And then over here is the strategy we'll be using. Already, as I earlier said, we're using place value. And so I will go ahead and draw the place value chart. So what's this place again? They should be able to tell me this is the ones, this is the tens, and this is the hundreds. And then I'll go back to the first data fact. You have 87. So I would ask, usually I use different colors so they can see what digit is in the ones place. They should be in 87, what digit is in the ones place? They should be able to tell me 7. So 7 is the ones, 8 is the tens. So in 213, you have 3 is the ones, 1 is in the tens place, and 2 is in the hundreds place. Same thing, ones, tens, hundreds. So I will now work with the students to put their digits in their place value chart. So you always start from the ones place. The first digit is in the ones place is 7, then we have 8 tens. We have 3 ones, 1 10, 2 hundreds. The next one we have 7 ones, 3 tens, and 100. So now, what operation do we need to figure out this answer? And then usually a lot of them would be able to tell me that they are looking to add, and some of them will write what operation, either addition. And this is a way to also check for, synonyms that mean the same thing. Some kids, I'll say, what other words could we have used? Some would say plus, some would say some, and so on. And so now we'll solve using place value. So we're adding and then sum up how many ones are here? 7. How many ones are here? 3. What is 7 plus 3 is 10. And then you're also adding 10 to 7, which makes it 17. So I say things like, should we write 17 underneath the ones place? They will say no. Why? Because now you have 7 ones and 1 10. So the 7 goes under the ones place, and then now we have the 1 in the tens place. So now we add again 1 plus 8, 9 tens, 10 10, 10 tens. And then I'll say, if you have 10 tens, what does that make? And they would say 100, right? So 100 plus 3 is 103, which is really, in the tens, it would be how many tens? It would tell me 13 tens. So you're writing the 3 in the tens place. I'm moving the 100 to the hundreds place. So I'll add the 1 here. So now you have 1 plus 2 is 3 hundreds, plus 1 is 4. So you put the 4 here. So now, using place value, how many hundreds do you have? They should be able to tell you 4 hundreds, 3 tens, and 7 ones. So how do you read that? They should be able to say, the students should be able to tell you 437. And then over here, just ask the student to explain the answer in word form. So you're kind of tying previous learning and like reteaching some at the same time. But a key to this is for the students to be able to explain reasonableness.